Well, the University of South Carolina's Department of Theater and Dance kicking off its new season with a chilling original play, The Scene Place, inspired by Longstreet Theater's haunted history. It blends ghost story, comedy, and classic Shakespeare. So joining me this morning to share more, we have Kevin Bush and we have Mel Driggers. Guys, thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, thank you very much. We survived the haunting to get here.
Yes. Stop. I am so excited. Okay, you know, first things first. Is it haunted?
Yes.
What? Okay, Kevin's a little hesitant. Okay, Mel, why do we think this is haunted? Give me the history. What do you know?
Okay, so I know that this was a Civil War hospital that served both Union and Confederate soldiers during the Civil War. Right. And there is like amputations that happen there. There is a morgue. There is, operating rooms. And I have been the victim of many a paranormal activity in the building.
My jaw is on the floor. What do you? I love how Kevin's also shaking his head real quick. Kevin?
I'm a skeptic. It's good, but go ahead, continue.
So I work on costumes for the show as well as being a part of it.
Yeah.
And I went from the shop, which is in a separate little building, an annex, and then I went to go put some costumes in a dark dressing room, which is my first mistake. As I'm hanging up the costumes on one rack, the rack behind me starts to rattle and I hear hangers fall. The first thing I do is just throw the shoes that I had in my hand and I leave.
Right, naturally, as anybody would do.
And I come back later on to actually start getting ready for the show.
Yeah.
There are no hangers on the floor.
Oh, I can't.
There's nothing, and it's chilling, it's cold, and I couldn't deal with it. So.
Okay, Kevin, says the skeptic right on over here. Explain what happened to Mel?
Well, I can't explain that.
Oh, and so here we go.
All I can say is that Longstreet Theater has been in existence. That building has been in existence at the university since 1855. It really was used as a hospital during the Civil War, as were a lot of the buildings on the university's campus during that terrible time. It's been a lot of other things too. It was a gym for a long time, and then it became a theater in the mid-70s. All that being said, if there was going to be a place that was haunted, it would be a place that was built in 1855 and had a morgue and had limbs sawn off. There's one retired, beloved retired professor that once said that most people don't have any problems, but maybe if you're a Yankee, there is an issue.
Hey, Kevin. Do you know where I'm from? I'm from New York.
Ooh. You're going to want to be careful coming to see our play.
Yeah. What? Okay. So let's back up. Let's back up for a hot minute.
Okay.
The Scene Place.
The Scene
Yes.
So let's talk about it. It pretty much is a comedy, a thriller. If somebody doesn't really know, how would y'all describe it?
So the play was written by one of our professors in the theater program who came to the university just a few years ago and was inspired. She's a playwright as well as an acting professor, and was inspired by the history of the building and inspired by just the whole the vibe in the building. And it really is it's a nice theater. Okay,
Yeah.
Let's just put it that way. But she was inspired to create a show, to create a live ghost story that is pretty meta about a group of students who, at a college that might be the University of South Carolina, who decide to put on a production of Hamlet. And it's Mel is a graduate student in the play, or the character's name is Sam, and it's her play that she wants to put on. It's her production. They can't find a place on the campus in the story to do the production, so they break into Longstreet Theatre, which in the show is an abandoned building. It's been boarded up for safety reasons and maybe for some other reasons. And they decide to do this guerrilla production of Hamlet, and they end up getting a little bit more than they bargained for once they get into the building.
Really?
Really. And so they sort of, you might say that some spirits of the past are stirred.
Interesting.
And they start to experience some things that affect their production, and then it kind of goes on from there.
Okay.
It's a really interesting thing to do a ghost story like this in a live setting. It's something you don't see a lot, really in Western theater and American theater, and it's they do a really good job of making it, it's very accessible. It's not scary, but there are some moments that are genuinely unsettling.
Ooh, I was gonna say you get the chills and everything.
And it makes for a really fun way to see a play.
Yes.
Okay, so Mel, how are you getting into this character then? So your character is named Sam,
Yes.
right? So how does this all work? Because this is pretty unique, like I mentioned.
Yeah, so I also do directing at the university. I am artistic director of our student theater organization, and I've always loved directing. So when I read the script for the first time, it was proposed to us in the season selection committee, and I read it and I was like, oh my gosh, I need to play Sam because I'm playing myself at this point.
Okay.
And it doesn't help that the playwright was inspired by several students and students of yore and archetypes of theater students that I just I felt right at home. I knew every single character. I could connect them to somebody I knew in my life. And it's a lot of fun to kind of play yourself and channel that inner frenzy of, I am making the show, this is my project. How are other people going to see this? What does this mean for the greater good of theater? What does this mean for future theater makers who are going to come after me? What does this mean for the undergraduate students I'm in charge of leading? I'm bringing them into this abandoned building to do some Shakespeare show.
Yeah.
How is the public going to react? So it's a lot of that kind of like towing the line of, I need to keep people safe, but I also have to make my art, because without art, what is the world?
Yeah, you got to put on the show, right? I mean, the show must go on.
Yes. Right.
Exactly what they're to. So give me the details, you guys. What are the details? When can people stop by? Give us tickets, give us everything.
So the show opens tomorrow night, and we run through October 5th. Tickets are available online or at the door. If you go to sc.universitytickets.com, you can order tickets online, or you can come to Longstreet Theatre, which is at 1300 Green Street, corner of Sumter and Green. Park on the street or park in the state parking lot next to Green Olive at night.
Got it.
Don't park in the faculty lots.
Got it.
And you can get tickets at the door. Longstreet Theatre, I encourage everybody to come see Longstreet Theatre. It really is a jewel of a theater on campus. It's an arena theater, so shows are done in the round. It's a very intimate space, even though there are 250 seats to see a show. And there's really something I think very special about this play, which is inspired by this theater and its history. And the theater itself is about to celebrate in a few years, we'll celebrate its 50th anniversary.
Wow.
And so it's really nice to be able to look back and also look forward and really appreciate the beautiful theater that it is. It isn't an abandoned theater, I promise. It doesn't have the issues that the play says it does. But boy, our scenic designers and our lighting designers and costume designers, they really have made it feel like that creepy building. It's really, it's a great experience.
So when I come, I'm going to have the chills and everything?
I hope.
That's the goal.
Especially if you're from New York.
Okay, and now at that point, I need to come, okay? I need to experience this for myself, what is going on here. Now, I always say this, I am, y'all call me a Yankee, but I'm a diehard New York Mets fan, so I'm actually a Met, I'm not a Yankee. So that's normally how I say this over there, okay. And also, y'all are kicking off, like, your season, right?
Yes.
What a great way to kick off the season.
It really is.
Kind of being able to just really give that original, that history, and bringing into a little bit of spice in there as well.
Yeah, it's really great to be doing an original play.
Yeah.
And what better place to be doing original work than at a university, and especially in our theater program.
Love it. Well, guys, thank you so much. We appreciate you so much. I am so excited. The Scene Place. We had all of the details right there. We're going to also put it on WLTX.com. You can see it right there on your screen. That is where you guys can go ahead and get tickets. It's going on September 26th to October 5th. You guys have plenty of time at the, I'm going to put it in quotes, haunted Longstreet Theatre, according to Mel, not according to that's how we're gonna do it. Alrighty, like I said, we're gonna put this on our website, WLTX.com. I'll go ahead and send this over to meteorologist